Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about my process of the learning that took place in my ECS 210 with Michael and Katya, as well as reflect on what I have learned throughout the journey. My biggest takeaways from the class include all about common sense and the problems along with it, all about curriculum, which includes the traditionalists, reconceptualists, the four ways to approach curriculum, public policy, and citizenship, as well as treaty education with guest speaker Claire Kruger and how she implements it in her classroom as a teacher, as well as numeracy, the Inuit math. As I learned in class, there are many definitions of common sense, such as the social stock of knowledge, which is from Tupper and Capello, as well as official knowledge by Michael Apple. In Kumashiro's article, The Problem of Common Sense, he talks about his experience in Nepal, as well as his common sense that are made up of beliefs and methods, and how that they didn't make much sense in Nepal, as they were very different. He also mentions things we have come to know and have been taught through our culture, experiences in life, beliefs, and values. He makes it important to be aware of the common sense that you personally hold and are able to challenge yourselves to be open to new experiences, values, and beliefs that our students and colleagues will hold. He also says we must look beyond what and how we teach. Obviously, the theme of the course is curriculum, which is the planned program of objectives, content, learning experiences, resources, and assessment offered by a school. Curriculum can be seen as plays, lived, taught, or learned, and the traditionalists believe that curriculum is never neutral. It is forever an unanswered question. So what exactly is curriculum? It is different to everybody, and it is always changing. I also learned that there are four ways to approach curriculum: as a syllabus to be transmitted, as a product, as a process, and as a praxis. I'd say my approach to curriculum would be most related to praxis, where curriculum is everything learned and experienced inside and outside of the school. An education philosopher that is most related to my teaching philosophy is John Dewey. He claims that learning is doing. It's content derived from students' interest, learning is active, and where teacher serves as a facilitator and education is the experience. I also learned about public policy. That is when decisions are made by the governments, and I learned that there are a lot of politics surrounding curriculum development and decisions. I also learned that curriculum as citizenship. There are three different types, which are personally, which is a responsible citizen, participatory, where they play an active role in community organizations, as well as justice-oriented, questions root causes of social problems. As an educator, we will play a role in the type of citizens our students will become in society. Another big takeaway from the course was all about treaty education. We had guest speaker Claire Kruger come in and give us a wonderful lecture. She mentions we are all treaty people, something I have heard lots before of, but now have a better understanding of what it really means. She taught me the four strands in the treaty education curriculum, which include treaty relationships, spirit and intent of treaties, historical context, and treaty promises and provisions. From her, I also learned that treaty education became mandatory in Saskatchewan in 2008. I also learned many different ways how we can incorporate treaty education into the curriculum by doing various activities, projects, and field trips throughout the entire school year, such as a treaty foregathering, attending feasts, Orange Shirt Day, and so much more. I also like the quote of hers, where the treaty is not a paper, it is a relationship between the government, First Nations, and non-First Nations peoples. My last biggest takeaway from the course is curriculum as numeracy, where I learned more about Inuit mathematics. I learned Inuktitut is not valued in Northern Canadian schools, however, it should be, and as future educators, we should start implementing it in the classroom. They use a base 20 numeral system rather than 10, and they use different measuring tools, such as their fingers and feet, which could be very beneficial for students in more Canadian schools to learn. Overall, I want to thank you, Michael and Katya, for the awesome semester. I learned and am now able to take so much away from this course and bring it with me as I continue my education as well into my classroom as a future teacher. You guys not only taught me valuable things, but you also made us challenge our thinking and examine unquestioned assumptions that there are in the society today. Thank you guys so much.